I'm gonna run to my home real quick.
Good
I'm gonna
enough.
like wash off all this blood that
Right.
half of which is mine, half of which belongs to other people. It's really bad. But I'm just
Yeah.
gonna quickly wash that off my face and hands and everything, and then throw on Tao's like actual her
Okay.
pretty light blue cloak. And just ties up front and basically covers up all the armor and stuff, and then I'll go meet up with these guys again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little Blue Riding Hood.
And
Yeah.
it's the middle of the night. We have been hauling, like we left. This is the same day, right? That we
Yeah,
had gone
we
earlier
did take
today. We were
we
heading
did take
up to
a
my house.
significant break to like go to the bar and eat and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Mm.
But
That
it has still been a hell of a day.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm drained.
I'm thinking, why don't you guys want
Yeah.
to come back to the farm, spend the night, bring some pies? My family's still waiting to find out what the hell is going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
And,
family's still waiting,
you know-
probably with bated breath right now.
We'll take it, and the whole trade thing. Okay, we'll chat with my brother and see if he has any information about trade from that end. He's up and down doing stuff all the time, and if there's any chance we're going to do this barge right in stuff.
I didn't actually agree. I just took his money.
Yeah, exactly.
Took the 50
We'll
gold.
see. I'll tell him. I'll let him know if I get a chance.
There you
so
go. Okay.
in is made from barge. Is like on water or
Barge.
It is, well, it's next to a river, yeah. In fact, barge right in is quite interesting the way they do a lot of trading. A lot of trading comes down river. It just comes down the river and they scoop it up from the river.
Okay. It's where barge rates go and park and spend the night.
Right.
Barges. Okay.
Indeed.
I have to
Makes
ask
sense.
this, out of game here for a second. Is the barge right in? Is this something that's been part of Forgotten Realms for like 20 years?
Yeah. No,
Been around
barge
a
right in
while.
has been around for a while, yeah.
Because that
Got it.
story I wrote 20 years on 5 months ago, the DM was starting us at the barge right in, and I didn't know if that was part of Forgotten Realms or something he had come up with. So that's why it was in my story. When I heard you say it again, it was just like, oh god, that's so
Awesome.
fun. That is so cool.
It's a great name for an area.
It is?
It is.
Yeah.
And now you guys know that it's part of the Zentarum. Way, interesting.
Yeah.
It might
Now
just
you
be a
guys
place
know
where they
that-
make
yeah.
a lot of their money, a lot of their funds to fund, well, everything else, their network, if you will. Is a place, at least.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
lot of weird things going on. Just in general, I'm assuming. Are we riding out? Are we going home? Are we going to my place?
It's up to you guys.
I
You wanna do?
I think go back to your place. Be nice to
Yeah, we
sleep,
can
get
have a
cleaned
bath.
up.
We'll get fed really well. Get cleaned up.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Interestingly
Hey,
enough,
Mom.
too, you have a horse. Lasan has a horse.
Yeah, and I got
yeah.
borrowed ones for them.
Yeah,
You
you
borrow
could
the
borrow
horses
ones.
again?
Yeah, you guys can get on horses if you want. I don't know what your handle
Okay.
animal, but everybody tends to know how to ride a horse.
Unless you
at least-
wanted to
Yeah,
bring-
we already covered that. Eric can ride just fine. He's just poor at the mounting part.
Okay.
And I get
Unless you want to bring Speedy, we can take
Right.
Speedy and some pie in the back
Right.
and go home.
Okay. Absolutely. All right, so I will roll for random.
But that's what I was gonna say. Like, if we're worried about things going badly, we could just spend the night in town. Because this is the middle of the night.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
town has a lot of stuff going on. You don't know if more weird cult people surface. I think farm be safer.
All right.
Hey, I've managed to get home lots of nights after the pubs close. What could possibly go wrong?
All right, where's the bloody chart?
You never hear about zombie attack on farm anyway, right?
Well,
Where's
I
that?
mean, it's a check on the family. It's been a weird day, and now we're hearing that even as far south as Barge-Right, there's more weird things going on there. It's been kind of a strange day. It'd be nice to,
Okay,
touch base
So
with
you
the
guys
folks.
do get an encounter along the road.
Oh.
However, they don't seem to be attacking. There's three of
What
them.
are they?
There's three of them, and they hail you as you're just coming down the road. They hail you, and they say, "Have you seen anybody skulking about that may need to be handled? We're on the road here.
Who
We're
they?
how do you say this? Arakokra?
Aarakocra?
Yeah, Arakokra. We are part of the Arakokra. We
Is it
seek
the
out.
little
They're
Birdmen?
They have wings.
No. They're actually just these are scouts. They're lightly they're human. They're lightly garbed, and they tell you quite quickly that there have been mysterious events of late, and it is their charge to find the ones responsible. Their leader seems to think that it is the doings of cultists, elemental cultists, and if you've seen anybody like this, they would like to know, so that they can go seek them out, and of course they're not going to be bashful. Kill them, and in fact, they're really peering at you, and kind of you can see like several of them while they're talking. They're kind of looking around and seeing if they see any sort of symbol. Interestingly enough, Tao, do you have where is that symbol that you took off of the priest?
I don't think
I'm
she's
obviously
pinned it.
wearing it on my forehead.
Is it anywhere where it can be is it visible?
No.
No, it's in a
You
pocket
have
or
it
pouch.
packed away.
I
Okay,
do
very
have,
good.
well, I was gonna say I have the dagger and stuff, but I'm wearing my travel cloak, which is covering everything up.
Yeah, but the dagger doesn't
looking
have any.
She's just pie lady again.
Man, this adventure has more side quests than Demon Axe campaign.
That's pretty hard, but possible.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It goes crazily in different directions. So yeah. Anyway, they just sort of like nod at you. Nothing interesting further goes from that. They sort of take your word for it at face value there, and
Where are they from? Town name? Something?
Yeah, we need information here.
yeah,
Friend
their
or foe.
base. Okay, you know what? I'll tell you their base at another time because I don't have their. Or unless I do. Coke might be helpful.
Yeah.
Are they part of the
name
Disarmed
you
Valley?
gave us sounded like the name of a race of winged creatures.
Yeah, I know.
So-
The Aarakocra, these are... No.
I
You know,
thought
I'll
they
tell
were
you,
the
I'll tell you guys
Murloc
where they're basically stationed at another time.
Okay.
For now, though, I don't have any information on that. At least not that I can find.
They're non-secret base.
No, they're not a secret base. In fact, their charge is quite similar to this all the time. They're always looking for people who are trying to upset the elemental planes, like they're mage hunters sometimes, if mages tend to get out of hand, or if necromancers get out of hand, or if anything seems to upset the balance of the actual plane, they're usually there to help stop it.
So like U.S. Marshals.
Yeah, sort
Gotcha.
of like that. Yeah. Speaking of which, anybody can become part of that. That's a faction that you can do things with if you want to go be a part of that. But anyway,
The Eric.
yeah, the Aarakocra. It's a different spelling. It's not like World of Warcraft. It's a different spelling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it. And you guys
Okay.
continue on down the road.
Okay.
Successfully reached the farm for once.
Yep, you are now at the farm. Tao,
us
because
eat
you're the
pies.
best at it. Do a perception roll.
Oh.
Who?
Perception.
Who?
Tao.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay.
Tao. Okay.
I
Yeah.
didn't do as all right. It's not my farm. If anyone's gonna notice something amiss, it would be Lasan.
Yeah.
Lasan,
Dang.
also do a perception roll, Lasan.
You just did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh,
I did
so
a
there's the 17. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you hear sort of like just a little sound, or you don't even really hear a sound. You just have this feeling that the Aarakocra didn't actually leave you be. They might be
following
following
us.
you.
Oh, that deserves death. Unacceptable.
That they might be following you. But, there's nothing happening. There's nothing happening at the moment. In fact, you guys continue on to the
Yeah,
farm.
they say they're hunting elemental cultists. They
Yeah.
say that.
Where's the let's go for this here.
Unless they're elemental cultists who have heard about all the things going on today. Ooh.
Hey, look, it's a picture of your homestead. Everybody, we have a map. This map was drawn up by a Kiss for Luck, mind you. This is the map of the
That's
Lasan
great.
farm homestead.
So presumably, Lasan is able to indicate to us that something is amiss.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
that you guys may have been followed to this area. But before you guys,
Lasan should be like, oh guys, I have to stop here. I have to, make water behind this tree. I'll be right back. Then stealth out,
you could
circle around behind them.
I can do this.
absolutely could.
I can do this.
Also,
This is
if
your
you-
home turf. In fact, if you guys do decide to go seek that out, you know this terrain really well.
I bet you have advantage on your stealth checks. Lots of hide and seek here when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Now, the second you sort of indicate that there's something sort of off or whatever, I will initiate a mind meld with you so we can talk telepathically.
We can do that?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
I've held off. You know, it does feel like a little bit of an intrusion, but yes.
Is that a group thing or just the two of you?
It's just one person at a time.
Okay. All right.
But I can do it unlimited amounts of time. It lasts one round, so
Very good.
I can play in between. So you two can't talk directly, but
Okay.
Alrighty. Before anything really happens too much, because you guys were walking up to the farm, you weren't trying to stealth up to your farm. That would be weird. But you apparently one of the little ones catches sight of the sun, yells out and says, "She's finally here, everybody! She's okay!" And yeah, so people start flooding out of the house, and except for one, Aaron the herbalist was already on the porch of one of the main buildings there. He was on the porch, and he saw you as well, and he was standing up when he saw you, and then the kids saw you, and then everybody knows that you're here.
It's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Yeah, they were worried sick about you because
We were
their
supposed
brother.
to be here this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you were supposed to be here so much long ago, but yeah, you never showed up, and that's not like you, right? So everybody was worried. So everybody pretty much stayed up, even the kids, because you couldn't get the kids to go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really, really late at night. And yeah, everybody knows you're here now.
Okay, so no skulking now. So we still got 3 guys behind us.
Yeah.
All right.
We can go into the house. We could always skulk out after.
Yeah. There's a number of different things you guys can do right now. And in fact, if you want to, you can talk to your brother, Govanen. Govanen is one of your oldest brothers, or he's
Is he
one of the
here?
twins.
He's home on the farm.
Yeah. He's actually here. He's you know, he does pretty much what you do in a certain roundabout way. You go more for protecting Red Larch, and he goes more for just protecting the homestead and the surrounding area. They're both rangers for those
He's a ranger.
questioning.
Yeah.
They're both
He's
rangers.
my bud.
Okay.
Home on the Rangers. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh. Right there out loud. Okay. Okay, so we get kids, we got all these people, we know there's 3 people behind us, so it's like, come on everybody, in the house, let's get this. We're kind of keeping an eye back here, what's going on. Actually, as everybody's moving in the house, is this a time where I can just like step off behind a building, a tree, and see if these guys are going to follow us right up the lane into the farm here?
You'd probably have to
it's probably
tell someone
best.
you're doing that, because otherwise everyone's looking at you.
Yeah.
Right?
I would, yeah, it depends. You can do that if you want. It might be a harder check, though. What I would, if I was to give you an idea, I would go on in the house and just maybe use the back door or something like that.
Out the back door.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do
Yeah.
that.
That
Because
way.
this is, yeah. So let's get everybody in. I'm a little concerned that kids are out running and we got these 3 guys behind us. So we don't, I mean, they may be on the side with us. They may end up being guys that come with us and help out and do all sorts of great things. On the other hand, they could
when the mind meld thing's going on with me, and it's like, it's weird to have other voice in head. No, these guys asking about cultists, they could be from cult, right? Because then if they find anyone who does know about cult, maybe then that's people to take care of.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little, and they're following us. I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So get everybody in the house and then out the back door. And where do we got to find these guys.
Now, are you going to go solo out here? Do you want us all to go with you?
Well, you're nice and stealthy if you want to come along.
Do that. Have
It's
Eric
It's,
just stay at the
it's
front
easy
door.
for the widow to get out. You're the center of the tension, and I'm really obvious. So it's a little bit trickier. I mean, I'm sure you can find an excuse, but then I'm going to be left having to deal with the family. Like,
I will say
Stand
right
there
now, at
awkwardly in
this
the living
moment, somebody has disturbed the sleep of little Fang, a little 2-year-old.
Fane,
girl.
oh no, the baby starts to
And,
cry.
yeah, she's crying now. She was the only one asleep, right? And now you woke her up. Not you, but everybody, in fact. Nobody actually
I would like to
cares
point
about
out
the
the
baby sleeping.
time. The real life time.
Real life
Real
time,
life
10
time.
o'clock.
What's that?
Arc server issues.
Oh, it is. Okay, it's actually up to you. Do you want to continue on with a little bit more of the role play? Maybe Try to
We
figure
could
out
do another
half hour here.
20 minutes.
20
or
minutes.
so.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can go for that. A little bit.
25 minutes.
20 minutes longer, everybody.
Power onwards.
Yes. So yeah. And
So
not much else
really
is going on
quickly,
other than just the niceties between you guys.
okay,
You're like, you're
Really
saying.
quickly, to Gethin, who's kind of the head of the farm, he's the oldest brother.
Right.
It's like, we got 3 guys following us. We don't know anything about them. Get the kids in here. Keep things quiet. This fellow's named Eric. He's going to look after you. Tao, why don't you come with me and let's go check this out.
Okay.
We'll explain everything later.
Yes, that's great. Can we assume at this point that with all the time that has spent, getting out here and whatever, we have executed a short rest?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that would be fun.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
you're not healed all the way.
No,
Yeah.
but now I am.
But now you are. Okay. Oh, that's right. You can do some yourself. Okay.
Yeah, and now we can also use another charge of your healing thing if
Yeah.
it were to
And
come
if
up.
if Govanen is home, can he come out with us?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can ask him. It's not going to take a persuasion or anything. He'll definitely come with you,
Well,
especially if
yeah.
you think that the family's at stake or at
Yeah.
Awesome.
risk.
I didn't know he was going to be here. I hope you have worked out some stats for him.
Yeah. I've got
Okay.
standard stuff.
All right. Well,
So-
all right. Out the back door and creepy.
So I spend a hit die. I'm healed up to full, but it sounds like I'm staying in the house and just like being a center of attention to
Yeah, you can
people
be
who don't
explaining
need to get
what-
involved in all this.
what we've gone through. Oh,
Right now, you're the tank sandwich in amongst a bunch of kids. And
Yeah, I have to social tank.
right.
I have to tank the social stuff.
I hope that's okay. No, the thing is that these people know you pretty well. In fact, because you've been here before.
At least for a little while. Yeah.
Because you had
I
a
don't
really
know if they
bad
know me
injury
well,
behind you.
but they recognize me. Yeah, but yeah.
In fact,
Okay.
that's one of the conversations that you probably have with several members of them, specifically Aaron, the herbalist of the family.
Right.
There mentions like you're walking. Like, how did you
Yeah.
do that?
oh yeah, he would have known you when you were here before.
Yeah.
Ah,
it's, sort of. I went to see a lot of healers, but Lisan helped a lot, and walked it off.
Did the son find you one of those? I don't.
You can make an
she hasn't
insight
even told
check.
me what she calls them, but there's a berry that sometimes she can get that does miraculous things. Did she get you one of those?
I did try some berries. Yeah, I don't remember exactly which ones, but
Wow.
I'm feeling much better now.
If one of those berries can like get you to walk, that's fantastic. I hope she tells me where to find them someday.
Yeah.
someday, before I leave.
Very good. Because apparently
have
it's
more
some sort of
learning to-
secret, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So now moving outside. Yeah, you guys go. Everybody do stealth checks. Tao, do a skulking check.
Skulky.
I don't like the fact that I don't have PowerPoints or any luckies left, but
Oh,
Excellent.
hey, 23, that's pretty good, isn't it, Lasan?
yeah. I think
Excellent.
23 is pretty decent all the way around.
Yeah, no, he's not. Okay.
I'm
Govanen.
staying near the front of the house, so if there is any like crazy like light show going on out there, I'll see it. But if they're just doing normal stuff in the night, I probably won't.
Very good. Govanen is certainly adept at this whole sneaking thing. In fact, he's so good that Lasan, you lose sight of him for a second in the darkness.
Wow.
Awesome. He's my big brother. Yes.
Right? So that's good.
He's even more elfy than I am, so that's pretty good.
So you guys move on out there. Also, when you get out to the extra wooded area where you kind of felt the somebody's watching you
Okay.
feeling, you can do a what would it be, a survival check? Is it a survival check that gives you knowledge of what's been around, what's doing what? How
In
many
this
enemies?
area, in this area, I kind of automatically know how many people or how many, whatever it is I'm concentrating on, how many of them, how long they've passed. Like I would just know that
Okay.
in here, in this area.
All right. Well, there are some signs, and judging by the footprints, that apparently were much closer to the farm than maybe you even like. There's some footprints there, and there's footprints of 3 humans, classified, you can tell. And yeah, by measuring by the amount of depth that the footprint has, they're very light. They're not very heavy people. And they didn't seem to stay very long. They didn't stand in one place too long. In fact, they seem
So
to
they've
have gone back the way they came.
Already scouted out the farm. So do we see these 3 guys, or have they left? Is that what you're
You
telling
don't see
me?
them right now. You could follow the tracks if you wish, but you don't see anybody here.
So they might have followed just to make sure we weren't going to a secret cultist base. And then we're like, oh, this is probably fine. Alternatively, they're planning for an attack later. It could be totally innocent, though. We don't know.
Okay. Let's follow them a little while, just a bit. Just to see if they look like they're continuing on, or are they
Okay.
circling around some other way? Have they caught up? Just a little bit. I want to know what's going on.
Okay.
Just a bit.
All right. So, you guys are going to go further into the wooded area, or are you going to try to take the road, or...
The tracks. Where
Okay,
the tracks
you're
are.
gonna follow the tracks specifically. Okay. So as you move along, how fast are you guys moving? Are you like sort of gonna use abandon, or are you just moving along at walking speed, or are you stealthily kind of moving around still?
Well, we're tracking carefully.
They're tracking carefully.
So we'll follow the tracks. We will definitely be stealthy. And then, we'll just decide that we're going to follow them, for a couple of miles. And if we still haven't caught them, then that's going to be good enough.
Okay, very good. So after about a couple of miles of you guys, being, cautious and following the tracks, you don't find the tracks keep going. They're keep going.
Okay.
You don't find anybody.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Okay.
And in fact, as far as you can tell, in terms of the tracks depth and everything, it also seems that they've you're not making any gains. You're not actually gaining up. You're not gaining ground finding these guys.
All right. They're just heading out. Good.
So we're going to come back to the farm and coming in partly through this conversation.
What's that? Sorry.
Read the chat inside of Roll20.
Oh, inside Roll20. What's going on?
We have a conversation going on over here. It's awesome.
Child walks up to Eric.
Just
You're big. Go ahead. I'll do the
pretty
child.
big,
You do
yes.
Eric.
I'm pretty big, yes.
How did you get so big?
Worked very hard at forge, blacksmithing. Also, ate a lot of bacon.
You're again.
Forge makes big arms and shoulders. Bacon makes big waistline.
Can I have some bacon? Not this time of night. Go to bed. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. We're having conversations about bacon back at home. Excellent. So yeah, before long, the trio of Tal, the Sun, and Govanen, all you guys make it back, and then Govanen actually asks you along the way back, because it doesn't seem like, and he can tell too, right? It doesn't seem like there's any danger of even talking out loud at this point, but he still whispers. Who are you looking for? Why would you think you were followed?